My name is Haile Zerfu from Beshilo Coding Academy. Until now, we have given full stack web development courses such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, and GitHub full courses. And also at the end of the course, we have also given a full stack e-commerce practical project. And today we will also start a TypeScript full course. So let us start.
The ultimate TypeScript full course masterclass. If you have been working JavaScript, you already know it is power and it is pain, runtime errors, silent bugs, and guessing what properties an object has can cost you hours of debugging. That is where TypeScript comes in. TypeScript is the industry standard for building scalable, predictable, and rock-solid web applications. But learning TypeScript is not just about understanding strings versus numbers. It is about knowing how to structure a reloaded code, handle dynamic data safety, build full-stack applications, and deploy them to production. In this course, we are going to from zero to production. Here is our roadmap. We will start by transforming your JavaScript mindset into TypeScript. We will configure professional development environments from scratch. We will master core fundamentals, advanced generics, utility types. We will tackle reloaded async errors, handling and typed APIs. And finally, we will build and deploy a complete full-stack applications using Vite, Node.js, and Firebase. Whether you are a complete beginner to types or looking to level up your full-stack development skills, this course is designed for you. Grab your coffee, open your code editor, and let's dive right in. Module 0. Introduction and transition to TypeScript. Welcome to Module 0. Before we are writing a single line of code, we need to answer the fundamental questions: why TypeScript? In this module, we are bringing the gap between standard JavaScript and static typing. We will break down the structural differences between JavaScript and TypeScript. Look at the exact developer pain points TypeScript solves and explore how the compiler converts typed code into clean JavaScript. By the end of this module, you will clearly see why top companies insist on TypeScript for modern developments. Module 1. Setting up TypeScript development. Now that you understand why, let's set up the how. In Module 1, we are setting up a professional TypeScript development environment from scratch. We will walk through installing Node.js and npm TypeScript, the TypeScript compiler. You will master tsconfig.json, the control center of every TypeScript project, and learn the difference between the development workflow tools like TSX and production compiler settings. And let's configure your workspace and write, compile and execute TypeScript effortlessly. Module 2. TypeScript fundamentals and type narrowing. Your environment is logged in now. It is time to build your foundation in Module 2. We are diving into primitive types, type preferences, functions, arrays, and objects. You will learn write custom types using types aliases, organize distinct values with enums, and strictly control array structures using tuples. Most importantly, we will master type narrowing, the core technique TypeScript uses to guarantee safety when working with dynamic union types. Module 3. Advanced TypeScript utilities. Now that you have got the basics down, it is time to unlock TypeScript's true power in Module 3. Building reusable, flexible, and scalable type structures. Here we cover the generics, allowing you to write components and functions that work across multiple types without losing safety. We will explore object-oriented concepts with classes, modules, architecture, and TypeScript built-in utility types like partial, pick, omit, and read-only. This module is elevate your code from basic TypeScript to senior level engineering. Module 4. Practical TypeScript. Unknown error handling, async, await. In the reloaded, data is not always neat and clean. In Module 4, we will focus on practical day-to-day type safety. How do you safely handle unknown API responses? Why is unknown so much safer than any? How do you handle null, undefined, and runtime errors gracefully without crashing your app? We will cover asynchronous TypeScript typing promises and wrapping as async-aware blocks with compatible type safety. Module 5. Real-world Node.js types and typed APIs. You will learn how the third-party JavaScript libraries work with TypeScript using a types path. We will build typed Node.js APIs and implement runtime schema, validation to sanitize external incoming data, write a basic unit test and structure backend code, real-world production workloads. Module 6. Full stack project with Vite, Firebase, Auth plus and functions. Theory is great, but building a project is where real learning happens. Welcome to Module 6, our hands-on full stack project. We are building a modern end-to-end applications from scratch. We will set up a light fast frontend with Vite and TypeScript, implement secure user authentication with Firebase Auth. We are building a modern end-to-end applications from scratch. We will set up a light fast web frontend with Vite and TypeScript, implement secure user authentications with Firebase Auth, and write backend basic logic using Firebase Cloud Functions and configure environment settings properly across client and server. This is where every concept you learned comes together, and also deploys the frontend in the Firebase. Deploying TypeScript applications, deploying a Vite TypeScript application, Firebase function with TypeScript, deploying a TypeScript backend with Firebase functions. Module 7. Production build, cloud deployment, and troubleshooting. Congratulations on building the application, but project is not finished until it is live for users. In our final Module 7, we are taking a full stack up across the finish line. Configure production, tsconfig settings, generate clean production, JavaScript inside our dist folder, and handle environment variables and secret safety in the cloud. Deploy both our updates and troubleshoot in real-world production build errors. Next time we will see Module 0, Introduction and Transition to TypeScript.